Hello YouTube, Pez of Doom here, and today we are looking at space and science. Well, we're looking at Kerbal Space Program, which is about space and science. But that's not all we're doing today. Today I am issuing a challenge to my partner Ryan to face me in Kerbal Space Program. That's right, sir. I challenge you. First man to the moon and back wins. Well, first Kerbal to the moon and back wins. And moon is, of course, spelled M-U-N in the world of Kerbal. So, this is Kerbal Space Program. You're essentially NASA, and you have to play this game to get to the moon and back. What's really cool is they do a lot of actual physicsy stuff with it. So it's a really solid physics engine. I know that the designers actually worked some with NASA to get trajectories, and NASA liked the game a lot and helped them out. This game is going to schools now, and kids are playing it there, so it's kind of like Minecraft almost in how it's spreading to the educational front as well. And in fact, I just recently read that NASA is now developing tools very similar to what we use in the game to do our trajectories and everything like that. Alright, so we're going to start a game. I did originally play this. Unfortunately, that was a very long time ago, and I've completely forgotten everything about the game, which makes it's like playing a whole new game again. And we are going to start this in a career mode. Career mode is a little bit more difficult than the sandbox or the science. Sandbox is just you get to play with everything and undo it as you want. Science is based on gathering scientific data to research new technologies, but you don't have to worry about funds or reputation. Now, funds and reputation come into play when you're looking at how you're building your rocket, how much can you spend per rocket, and how many Kerbals have you killed and how much have you pissed off society that you've murdered so many of their kind? In this case, we do want that, because that sounds like fun. So we are going to play career mode. Let's go ahead and start then. Alright, so this is the Kerbal base. We've got our air base over on the upper right. Or no, I'm sorry, upper left, if I could see direct. This is going great for me already. I can't even tell directions. I hope I can go up. On the upper left, you've got your kind of hangar. Now, that's going to be where you would go to build your spaceships once you get enough science to have a ship that can land and take off with air, like an aircraft, like with wheels and stuff. We're nowhere near that. We also have a little satellite station over here on the far right, and that's where we can see things like what's going on in the universe or our galaxy. So there's our planet, there's our moon that we're trying to get to, and we're going to try to get to that before Ryan can. And then here's a second moon further out. Secondary goal, first person to Minimus Ryan, I would say, has to post a video of themselves doing a dance of the winner's choice, yeah? Yeah. And then if we zoom out further, you get to see the entire solar system. And there's some unknown objects just right near us. That's awesome. Now what's cool about this is kind of like real time. So over here you've got this time warp thing. So as you let it warp, you see how you're actually traveling in your orbit path around the sun. Really cool, I thought. Okay, so let's jump out of that. What else have we got here? Oh, it's nighttime. I warped it to nighttime. Great. Over here we have our center with the astronauts. As you can see, in order to be an astronaut, you need two things: courage and stupidity. Sounds about right. You need that for being a politician, too. Bill Kerman seems to be my choice here, since he's exceptionally stupid and we're in our early stages of rocket testing. And then down here we have our Center of Advancement of Science and Technology. You need science points to get beyond your current technological level. You get science points by doing science during the rocket space liftoff and everything like that. At base levels we have, very few little rocket things. And then at a higher level, we can spend points and get a decoupler, for example, or all these other items. Excellent. Alright, so let's get into making a ship. Alright, this is where we will build our shuttle. This is my pod. Move it up or down. Can I rotate around it or something? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so mouse wheel up and down lets me move up and down. I can click on it and right click and turn, and that lets me turn around, look at it from the bottom and everything. Over here is the different types. So that's the pod. That's where we keep our astronaut. Over here we've got our rockets. Modular segments. Parachute, that's important. I assume that's where it goes. Okay, so if you're new to Kerbal, let me tell you how do I zoom in? My goodness. Are options somewhere? New, load. Okay, so that's how you can save your rocket and load a new one. Oh, a mission flag. Oh, I think we need a flag. What is a good flag to show that we will beat Ryan? Let's do that. That looks like a Death Star. I like it. Yeah, look at that flag. We are the Empire. Alright, action groups, crew. Escape, does that do options? No. That's where you get contracts, I guess. I don't know what these are yet. We'll figure them out as we go. Oh, down here it's the action group listing, the order that things are set off. So right now, parachute is triggered first. We're going to go ahead and stick an antenna on the pod, just because. Symmetry mode. Symmetry mode, when you select that, like if I have symmetry mode on, if I put something on the pod, it'll make sure it's symmetrical. So, like for example, if I can click on the antenna again, there we are. In symmetry mode, when I pick it, you see how it's like putting 4 on, so they're symmetrically apart? That's really good for balance, especially when you're doing rockets and stuff. Dude, I really want to know how to zoom in. And how you exit out of this screen. Oh, exit. Derp. We'll be right back. If you want to zoom in, it is the plus key. So I can zoom in for a closer look, or minus key to jump out. We're going to go in a little bit here so we can have a better look at it. Alright, and so that's our pod. We've got our rockets and fuels. Modular segments, I don't know. I think you use those to build onto your main shuttle if you want. We'll try something with that. A parachute, important. Put that on. There does appear to be a Communotron 16, used for sending information. Can't see why we wouldn't want one of those, right guys? We'll stick it right there. And finally, nothing. Subassembly drop zone. Oh, this is if you build like subparts, like an entire rocket. I subassembly, I don't know. We'll figure it out. So going back, we obviously need fuel, and we need rocket. Let's stick some fuel on him. What's this? That looks good, right? That looks like a rocket. Ryan, we're beating you to the moon. Alright, let's go and try to launch it. Now, this is the order that it's going to trigger in. I think top is last and bottom is first. So, rocket first, then parachute. That makes sense. Oh, and you can create 2 stages. So, we do want 2 stages, because I don't want my parachute to trigger right after my rocket. So, we'll do that. Alright, let's go to the staging area. Right here is where you go to your staging area to launch. And there's my rocket. Looks good. Looks rockety. Well, looks like a missile. Do I have a Kerbal inside? Yeah, I do. Hey, look, there's Jebediah. Amish Kerbal, first one to go to space. Alright, spacebar should trigger the first, rocket. Yeah! Up and away. I thought there was a way to control, like, your launch. Like how fast you're going. But I'm not seeing anything. So while you're going, ooh, look at the pretty landscape. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to space. Okay. Oh, that was my parachute. There's my parachute. So that's all operational. That's cool. So once you're up, what you want to do is you need to send data. So you can, like, if you can find your antenna, you should be able to, like, right-click on it and hit transmit data. Hit the button for that, and it goes out and it transmits, and that gives you science points. At least I hope it does. Transmit data again. Oh, that's not good. My parachute's not opening. Parachute? You gonna open? Getting awfully close to the ground there. Please open. Right up here, it's your how high you are in miles, it seems. And there I am coming to the ground. We didn't quite make it to the moon this time, but I'm sure it's just a minor setback. My parachute. Oh, thank God. Jebediah, you live for another day. Alright, and that's the first part. There should be a way to speed up time, I think. Maybe. Do rockets have brakes? I don't think rockets have brakes. No. We're about to land. Soft, smooth landing. And then oh! Alright, so I think this is a good build. I think we're onto something here. However, let's see what else we got now with science. So what's the difference between these? Oh, that's why. Once it's lit, the solid fuel motor cannot be put out until the fuel runs out. So it just keeps going. Alright. Well, that's useful. However, maybe we want a different rocket for that part. And we want a decoupler so that we're not exploding again. So parachutes last, decouplers first, rocket goes. Let's throw on another decoupler. Yeah. Move everything up. And let's put on fuel tanks. Lots of fuel tanks. I like that. That looks good. But you know what? We're gonna... Remember how I told you about symmetry mode? Let's try that. 4 more rockets. All around here. Yeah. That looks good, right, guys? Well, we'll give them each a fuel tank. What, that doesn't work? Maybe this fuel tank? Oh, we won't worry about that. So we got 4 rockets, plus 1 in the middle. They'll eat up all this fuel, decouple them, then we'll go up further with that. We'll do science. The only thing we need is science now. Where is our goo? So I like goo, however, balance is very important, so I think we'll put one on each side so that we can make sure that, it's not, like, too heavy on one side. Yeah. So we got 2 goos. I like it. Looks good, right, guys? Kind of like a... I don't know. Let's go to launch. Alright, Ryan. Launch 2. For science and for the world. Go! So the solid fuel is going a lot better. It's kind of loud. We're overheating a lot. Oh. That worked okay. I mean, we're still going up. We probably won't be able to recover those. So next we decouple. And let's launch the next part. And this one we can control. I know that we can get it to go higher and lower in speed. I just don't know how right now. We'll look it up for the next one. We'll just let it go. Whoa. And you can control it using WASD as far as like which direction you're going and everything. You know what? This is pretty high. Let's observe the mystery goo. That'll give us science, and we will transmit data. 0.7 points with recovery. Transmitting gives us 2. Well, that's cool. We'll keep that data. Let's do a crew report. Crew reports transmitting will give us 100%, so there's no harm in doing that now. And we are getting really high. Awesome. And that gives us a beautiful round... Look, there's the moon. That's where we're going. One day. We're pretty high up at 50,000 feet, 50,000 miles, I guess, or meters. 50,000 meters, derp. We're Britain. Let's go ahead and observe the other goo. It's very cold now. Great, we'll keep the data. We're still going up. That's awesome. Can I rotate? Yeah, look at that. I can rotate. Woo! Spin! Can I stop spinning? So, WASD will change your that might not be good when I go back down. WASD will let you turn left, right, and everything, so you can kind of balance where you're going. Like right now I'm holding S, so he's going that way. I hold D and he'll slow down, hopefully. There we go. Hitting up will make him face up. I kind of hope that I do start falling eventually, because I have no way to get down otherwise. Let's go ahead and just decouple from the rocket, just in case. That made it a little bit more difficult to balance myself. We're still going up. So we're going to review the data, and we're going to transmit some of that, and we're going, transmit the data. Not enough electric charge? Oh. Okay, yeah, so transmitting data requires battery power. You only get a certain amount with the base, whatever they call this, capsule. So yeah, I just used the last of it, and now I don't have anything I can do with it. Okay. While we're floating here, oh look, we're falling now. Cool. I really don't want to be face down though. It'd be very good if we could go the other way. We'll let it go for now like this, I don't care. So we got an orbit map, docking procedure. Oh, docking view, I see. And then staging view? Zoom back in. Hey look, there's my rocket over there by the ocean. Oh, you can title your spacecraft too. I'll be sure to title the next one something good. But for now we're falling back to the ground. Pretty fast. No atmosphere yet. Crew report. We're in space right now. Sweet. Keep the data. So by hitting the spacebar, I jump between the stages. If I were to hit it now, it would open the parachute, but we're kinda high up, and I don't think a parachute at this height would be good. I think there's something else I can do. Control from here? Oh, we can rename the vessel. Don't crash. Alright, so you notice when I right click there's our electric charge. We don't have any anymore. We do have mono something or other. We are falling back to Earth. Now let's see if I can change our rotation so we're not like, no, up. I'm probably going to wait until we're at 10,000 feet before I open the parachute. Oh look, we're burning up in the atmosphere. That's great. That's wonderful. Oh look, I'm managing to hold it now. 10,000 feet, 9,000, 8,000. So if you open it too soon, it rips. If you open it too late, you crash and die. I'm just waiting until we're a little bit lower down. 1,000. As you can see, we're starting to really resolve so we can see the ground coming up at us really, really quickly. Probably a good time to open the parachute. Yeah? Yeah. Parachute? Thank you. And now we will gently, like a butterfly. What was that? That might have been my other rocket. Probably not recoverable. And I know there's a way to speed this up, I just have to find it. Warp. There we are. Do-do. Yay, we landed. Alright, recover. So, we've made it to space a little bit. We at least haven't died horribly. This is Kerbal's space program, and this is Pez of Doom's challenge to Ryan. It's not an ice bucket challenge, but I think it'll do. We'll continue with these videos if you guys like them. Remember, like, subscribe, and Kerbal away!